Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Ray, and today we'll be looking at 4 things we did in our elementary mathematics without knowing what exactly we were doing. Number 1 is cross multiplication. When we cross multiply, we multiply the denominator of the second fraction by the numerator of the first. And we also multiply the numerator of the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction. So what we have here is x times 6, which is same as 6x is equal to 3 times 4, which is 12, and we divide both sides by 6, which is the coefficient of the variable we intend to make the subject of the formula. So here we have 6x all over 6 is equal to 12 all over 6. 6 will cancel out, and therefore x is equal to 2 because 6 can go into 12 2 times. What we're actually doing here is multiplying both sides of the equation by 3. So that the 3 at the denominator here can cancel the 3 at the numerator, leaving x all alone that we intend to make the subject of the formula. But anything that is done to the left hand side to achieve that purpose must be done to the right hand side as well. That's why we have to multiply both sides by 3. So multiplying both sides by 3, we'll now have 3 times x over 3 is equal to 3 times 4 over 6. 3 will cancel out 3. We will now have x is equal to 3 into 6, which is 2, and 2 into 4, which is 2. Same answer. So what we actually do when we cross multiply is multiplying both sides by the denominator of the variable we intend to make the subject of the formula. But in the case where we now have 2 all over 3x is equals to 4 all over 6. What we do here is multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient of x, which is 2 all over 3 here. The reciprocal of a number is 1 all over that number. The reciprocal of 2 over 3 becomes 3 over 2. So what we do here, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient of x, which is 3 over 2, and the left hand side becomes 3 over 2 times 2 over 3x is equal to 3 over 2 times 4 all over 6. 2 will cancel 2, 3 will cancel 3. What is left now is x, which is equal to 2 into 4 is 2, 3 into 6 is 2, 2 all over 2 is 1, which is 1. Here we have 6x is equal to 12, and we divide both sides by 6. Why do we divide both sides by 6? Here is 6 all over 1. The reciprocal of 6 all over 1 is 1 over 6. So what we have here is same as multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient of x, which is 1 over 6. So this now becomes 1 over 6 times 6x is equals to 1 over 6 times 12. 6 cancel out 6. 6 into 12 is 2. So this explanation is exactly what is happening all over the board. So the conclusion is that to make a variable the subject of the formula, we just have to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of that variable if the problem is in this form. 4 things we did in our elementary mathematics without knowing what exactly we were doing. Number 2, when we are faced with a problem like this, we believe that when we take a number from one side of the equation to the other side of the equation, it either changes from negative to positive or from positive to negative when it crosses the equality sign. So this is plus 4. It now crosses to this side and it changes to minus 4. So it moves this way and it changes to minus 4. And the value of x is now 8 minus 4, which is 4. But what actually happens here is this. Here, the intention is for x to be all alone at the left-hand side of the equation. So there is 4 here that needs to be subtracted. But what is done to the left-hand side of the equation must be done to the right-hand side of the equation as well. So at the left-hand side, we now have x plus 4 minus 4 is equal to 8 minus 4. 4 minus 4 is now what? 0. And we are left with just x, which is equal to 8 minus 4. And that gives us 4. So what actually happens here is subtracting 4 from both sides and not really taking 4 from one side of the equation to the other. 4 things we did in our elementary mathematics without knowing what exactly we were doing. Number 3. In base 10, numbers are groups in bundles of 10. So 27 is same as 10 plus 10 plus 7. So this is not up to a bundle of 10, so we placed it in the unit column. 36 is same as 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6. So 6 is not up to a bundle of 10. We placed it in the unit column. So this tens column is for tens, bundles of 10. So here we have 2 bundles of 10 and 3 bundles of 10. But when we now say 7 plus 6 is equal to 13, 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. So 13 is now up to 10 and more, and it cannot be placed here because the bundles of 10 are expected to be placed on the tens column. So since we are working in base 10, we now divide 13 by 10, and that gives us 1 bundle of 10, remainder 3. 13 is same as 10 times 1 plus 3. So we have a bundle of 10, which is this. So when we now write down 3, this is what we are writing, 3. So this 1 we are carrying is 1 bundle of 10 here. So here we have 1 bundle, 2 bundle, 3 bundle, 4 bundle, 5 bundles already. So we are now adding this 1 bundle from the addition of this, and that gives us 63. Note that we have 13. You now write the numbers at the right, you carry the numbers at the left. No, because if you understand it that way, when it comes to addition in base 7 or in other bases, it will now be difficult. Here we have 6 plus 5, which is equal to 11. So we have to divide 11 by 7, and we have 1 whole number, remainder 4. So this time you run down the remainder and you carry out 1. So here we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we cannot write 7 because we are working in base 7. So you divide 7 by 7, and that gives us 1, remainder 0. You now write down the remainder and you carry down 1. So this is the answer to this question in base 7. 4 things we did in our elementary mathematics without knowing what exactly we were doing. Number 4, taking square root of both sides. We are faced with a problem like this. We are very fast in taking the square root of both sides, and we now say square root cancels square without even knowing why. But quickly I will tell you the reason why. The nth root of x is same as x raised to the power of 1 over n. So therefore, the square root of x, there's an invisible 2 here, is same as x raised to the power of 1 over 2. So the square root of a number is same as that number raised to the power of 1 over 2. So the number here is x squared. So the square root of x squared is same as x squared raised to the power of 1 over 2. Here we have it as 2 over 1. And from the law of double index, what we have at the left hand side is same as x raised to the power of n times n. So the power is multiplying each other. So 2 will now cancel 2. So when we now say square root cancel square, is same as saying that these two cancel these two. So what plays out here is what we have here. 2 cancel out 2.